Hi. Hey, so it's Sunday night and everyone has been doing stuff. Jack's been working, I've been out on my bike, adventuring, as you've seen. Elsa is studying for exams and everyone wants to eat something that kind of feels like you're going to eat something, so a salad or everything else just isn't going to cut the mustard. So at this time, firm favourite, always a chilli. Okay, so I prepped already. We've got sliced onion, sliced carrot, a couple of heads of garlic, stick of celery. So that's kind of your basic herbage. Sort of Mediterranean herbage actually, so it's not very South American because it's flavour and it's all vegetables. So we're going to put all of them in a pan that has been heating with a bit of oil. That's a good old sizzle. I always use spices in palmful, so that's one palmful, which is probably, I don't know, a heaped teaspoon I'd say. Maybe another one. Oh, we're going to use a spoon for this because it stains everything. So we've got turmeric, a couple of heaped teaspoons of there. Can't really taste turmeric, but it is a really good anti-inflammatory, so it's good to kind of put it in everything. Just while that is kind of steaming off, going to put that lid on it just to let it steam in its own here a little bit. Then this is the stock. What's that? That was a couple of, so a cube of stock maybe, and that's just to give it a bit of flavour. Kind of low salt as well, that, because you've got to watch out for stock. Whole brown rice, I mean like a cup and a half. And we're going to set it for 15 minutes. It takes longer than that, but we're going to get 15 up on the clock. So now what we're going to do, get some passata, which is great, which is, basically reduced down tomatoes, and put that in. So that doesn't need to be much, because the thing about chilli is it's not supposed to be swimming in it. So just about a half of that. Get that swilling in there. I haven't done our sort of preparation of beans, but I kind of do all my beans in the pressure cooker, just because it's it's cheaper. You can sort of get them exactly how you want. You know what they are, so you get the organic beans, and we'll put in so that's about 2 tins. So then let's just get that mixing away. Now the chili flavour, chipotle is the secret, and that's a blend of chilies basically. And you can get that all over the place, and it's pretty good. You want to get something that's good. So be careful with it because it's also hot. So I mean, I've put 2 in there, which might be a bit ambitious actually thinking about it, but I'm going to leave it and then let people moan that it might be too hot. You can actually come back on hot by putting sweet in there. So we've got the rice cooking, we've got the chilli cooking away, and that just wants to keep going till it's a little bit softer and cooked down. So it's, the trick almost is to make it a bit less bean-like. Now what I'm going to make is some guacamole. Good knife, avocado, through the middle, so you go straight through to the pip, and go all the way around, a little bit of a twist, open it up, pop out the stone, have it. Guacamole, it always goes anyway. Now the good bit of the avocado seems to be, according to research, immediately under the skin. So I reckon a good way to do it is one sort of peel down the back, and then they'll just peel straight off, you see, and then there's nothing left under it. If you cut them small, you sort of have to mush them less. All in all, because it's going to be hot already, it doesn't need much heat in this, because it's quite nice to have something cool. So I've chopped a bit of chilli in there, but it's a really mild red chilli. So, and in with a bit of garlic, not too much garlic. And then I got a bit of red onion chopped there. And then you stir that up. Lime. So again, it's nice, all limey. So then just, you can, if you want, put some tomatoes in there as well. I think the classic recipe does have tomatoes in as well, but I think the trick is to wait till after you've mushed up your base, because otherwise you mush them up. Cooking down nicely. So you see, so I'm going to get it a bit, just sort of squidge it a bit, so that it breaks some of those beans down. Taste is there. It's just a bit hard in texture still. Sometimes what you can do is you can, if you're keen to hide those veggies to sort of discerning mouths who don't like to think that they've got too much lumpy carrots and stuff in there, they'll break down eventually, obviously, as they cook. But, you could whiz it in the food processor. Right, again, not a conventional. Put in that onion and garlic. What we're going to cook with it as well is some kale. It's all the really sort of woody stalks off it. Look at the colours of those, they're just beautiful, aren't they? Look how purple it is. Lovely. Your cruciferous, because this is what we want to keep us well. We never start too early, so that's buzzing away in there quite happily, and that's still cooking down, which is lovely. Okay, so that's there, and so here we have some more curly kale. These reduced down to not much, so it looks like you're cooking a load, but they're actually not cooking that much. I've obviously washed all of this well, lots of it. We can reheat it. How the colour changes as you cook it. Look, it goes into that sort of deep green. Lovely. Okay, goes in there. Then you turn the heat right down on it, and we'll put that on there. Also, what I have is this rather magnificent old-fashioned lettuce, like one your granddad had. These are the salads I remember as a kid, these lettuces, big old floury, really tasty. I think also, I don't know whether it's anecdotal or not, but they seem to last much longer in the fridge, these ones. This, so it's cooking, yes, it cooks right down. Down, but it still needs a bit of, not a big fan of using too much salt, but I will put a bit of salt in there. I mean, he's getting really good and thick now. Just a little bit of coriander garnish, and off the chilli, because look, that's properly done. This so pretty, look at that. Look at that. Oh, I mean, food doesn't get any prettier than that. Look at it. Deep, deep green and that purple. I'll try one of these. Take a bit. That is good. That is really good. I don't want to cook it anymore, else it will go soggy. Okay, so I've got a bit of rice and the chilli in the bowl there. Now, I'm going to put the kale in. Everyone here loves kale, so it's not going to feel, you know, forced upon, which is kind of what happens with things like that often. So these are really tasty, these bits. So just share them out. Elsa's is not a fan of guacamole, so I'm just going to put 2 of these out. A bit of guacamole in the middle there. A bit of guacamole in the middle there. There's a bit left for anyone who wants some more. And a bit of garnish. A bit of coriander. Lovely. Just work your coriander in. So, chilli and kale and rice and guacamole. A perfect Sunday dinner for people that have been doing stuff all day. And I will just mix up the salad and there we go. Looks good.